Alright, we're going back to Naala's point of view. Well, maybe we won't have to be saved from assassins then, and Esta doesn't have to get poked with a bunch of arrows either. Dang, I can't believe he, he just went in there and like, basically did for her what Esta did for him, which is interesting. I hope I don't get that bad feeling from yesterday. I was haunted by that nasty gaze from yesterday. Just remembering it made me hesitate from going to the mansion, but just as I told Jiggy last night, I have to go. Although I wonder if something similar happened on Noel's route, where he sent either Jiggy or Esta or Soon or somebody to go and just deal with those assassins, because Naala never had to deal with it. So it's possible that's what happened. I wonder. I scolded my body, which was about to give in to fear, and made up my mind to go.
Naala!
Oh, Esta, I miss you. I feel so guilty running into you, though. He must have been in a hurry. Esta ran up to me with an impatient face that was rare, or rather, I don't think I'd ever seen it before. Without even hearing what he had to say, I was almost thrown off by his haste as I recalled that unpleasant gaze. Maybe this had something to do with that. My intuition told me, and my voice hardened as I asked. Did something happen? Esta, who came in front of me, opened and closed his mouth a few times, which was unusual. His eyes shift, and he looks like he's thinking about how he's going to say what he has to say. In other words, it is difficult to say. A rapidly swelling anxiety pushes on my chest from the inside out. Talk to me, Esta. To show my determination, I take his hand. Esta's eyes widened for a moment, and he soon tended to look down. Esta speaks slowly, with an expression that can be taken as either sad or painful. Okay, I'm like, did something happen to Jiggy? Was he not strong enough to take on an entire camp of mercenary assassins? That is a big ask, to be fair.
As he seems to have had some interactions with you, I've come to make a report.
A report? Esta's eyes, which had been down, rose. When our eyes met, he said calmly after a breath.
Jiggy came back injured.
What?
Yes. Early this morning, he came back with stab-like wounds.
Where is he? I didn't have time to hear Esta's words to the end. I grabbed his jet black clothes and asked where he was.
In the far back of the first floor of the residence, which can be reached by crossing from the west tower.
Thank you! I turned myself around at the same time as thanking him. Just when I was turning in the corridor, I felt like I heard a small whisper mixed with the sound of the wind. No! My heart hurts. My heart... This game is just like, let me just stab you in the heart and twist it just a little bit. Gosh, so rude.
Is this what it feels like to be envious, I wonder?
Oh, is this Jiggy's room? I wasn't expecting to see it, but I guess it makes sense. Every guy has their own room. I appreciate that they go to like the lengths of having each guy have individual bedrooms, and they're all unique. I ran as fast as I could, my soul's aching, and forgetting to knock on the door, I went inside of the room. There was a bed in the center of the room, and in front of it, a doctor-like person was cleaning up a bright red cloth. Well, I'm glad a doctor-like person is cleaning up stab-like wounds. Are they stab wounds or are they stab-like? Is it a doctor or a doctor-like? What is happening? The bright crimson burned into my retinas, and I couldn't lower my eyelids. My blood pulses are throbbing violently, as if my whole body had become my heart. As I approached the bed while breathing heavily, I saw a pale face that had lost its blood. A large amount of tears welled up at once. I put strength into my trembling legs and rushed over, despite my fear. Jiggy! Jiggy! I cried out in a half-frenzy. At first I thought he was dead because his face was so white. However, the moment I opened my mouth to shout again, his long eyelashes swayed, and those clear sky-blue eyes appeared.
You're as noisy as always.
Jiggy!
Jeez, don't yell in my ear over and over again. I know my own name.
I chuckle at his usual hateful words and let out a breath of relief. When I was relieved, more tears overflowed and I cried while laughing.
Cry or laugh, pick one already. You're a busy sow, aren't you?
But... I told you. I asked you not to get hurt.
Did you?
I did, you idiot.
Having you call me an idiot is the pit of despair. Maybe I should have died.
If you died, I'd curse you. I think I glared with the strongest feeling I've ever had. Jiggy stroked my eyes, which must have been ugly due to too much force, and laughed deep in his throat.
Then I'd better not die. A curse from you would be stronger than the rot.
Hey, how did you get hurt like this? You said yesterday it would be an easy mission.
I fell down.
How did you get an injury like that from just falling down?
I wonder. I was a bit out of it, so I don't remember.
If it wasn't for his injuries, I'd be pinching his cheeks. I hold back my desire to do so and lean forward to question him. Then, before I could ask, a calm voice echoed from behind me.
I heard that the other day there was an attempt to kill you, for you trying to persuade the minister.
As I've come to expect, I felt no human presence at all until I heard his voice. As Esta, who seems to have been waiting at the entrance of the room, approaches me as he speaks, it takes a few seconds for me to comprehend the content, and I'm surprised. What? Me?
Yes. But when my subordinates went to the suspect's residence... Strangely enough, the man seems to have not returned since last night.
The person who attempted to assassinate me hasn't been home since last night. As I repeated it in my head, I could hear Jiggy's voice from the day before yesterday. At that time, Jiggy suddenly told me
not to go to the minister's mansion tomorrow.
I thought it was unnatural to begin with, but then today's incident happened. It's impossible not to be suspicious. Jiggy thought I was a nuisance at first. Maybe, knowing that, someone invited him to betray me. Dang! She sussed that out quick. That would not be like where my mind would immediately go after hearing that, so kudos to you, Naala. But it's difficult to imagine Jiggy moving on anyone other than Esta's orders. Maybe he was trying to turn a blind eye to it at first, but somehow along the way he changed my mind, or his mind. He'd changed, but he didn't want Noel to find out what he knew, so he worked alone. Even so, why go so far for me? While I was worrying about this, I heard the door close softly behind me. From the softness of the sound, I knew that Esta being considerate of me. If I see him at night, I'll have to thank him. He had no obligation to go to the trouble of telling me about the injuries of someone in the Black Ops. Maybe he even broke the rules to tell me. When I noticed Esta's kindness, I was filled with gratitude and affection. I am happy that I am able to work for such a friend.
You.
When I raised my face in response to being called to, I saw Jiggy's face, which looked terribly surprised. He called out to me, but didn't say anything. As I tilted my face without knowing why he was surprised, his slitted eyes were narrowed. After being stared at for a while, we fell into an unreadable silence. Jiggy? I can't help but feel embarrassed when I'm stared at like this. I tried calling out to him, wanting him to hurry up and speak. The response I got back was a grin, for some reason.
That's right. You weren't there yet.
What?
It's good that I got hurt. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have understood.
I don't understand. Even if I lightly tug on the hem of his clothes and ask for an explanation, Jiggy just smiles happily. Confused, I asked for an explanation and closed the distance, and Jiggy suddenly became serious. He bends his flipped index finger several times, demanding me to come closer.
I got something to say, just between us two. I don't want anyone else to hear, so come closer.
I feel like you're gonna sneak attack kiss. Okay. I'm sure there are some important secrets to be told. The look on Jiggy's face convinced me, and when I leaned forward... Yeah, I freaking knew it. I wonder if Esta gave him some kind of unspoken signal. Like, yeah, fine. And he's like, alright, I'm gonna make the smooch move. Even though he already did when she was asleep. But anyway, hey, we made it. Which button is it? That one. There we go. First CG with this guy is a kiss. If that doesn't tell you everything about this character, I don't know what will. The hand on the back of my head pulls me in tighter. In the next moment, I had already been leaning forward, but my momentum was used to pull me in for a kiss.
Right. That's really important.
A little bit away from my face, whispering lips grazed mine. I was too upset to close my mouth, and he pecked me on the lips a few times in the process. Jiggy's hot tongue teasingly touches and occasionally licks the mucous membrane inside. Delicious. Why?
Ah, do you have a fever? Your body temperature is higher than usual.
Even after finally being able to react, my mind was still in a state of confusion. Even as a joke, it's in terrible taste. I feel like my face is about to explode with shame, but Jiggy's voice lustful, as if he's going to push me even further. You are stabbed all over. Chill out.
And by the way, your insides taste good too. Let me lick some other places.
You lie down and go to sleep, sir. You idiot! Teasing me like this? I get angry and try to leave, but I can't move because the back of my head is being held down. I couldn't hit an injured person, so I gave up after being flustered for a while. I don't know, his face looks fairly uninjured. I think we could go for that. I let out a sigh as I feel Jiggy's satisfied laugh on my skin. But you hate me, right?
I've been saying that for a while now.
Then why are you helping me and playing these pranks on me?
I don't remember helping you, but this is not a prank. Even if, for some reason, I did end up helping you, that would have been for my own sake, not yours.
Why is it in your best interest to help me?
Though noisy, I'd be bothered if it was gone suddenly.
I don't get it, I said dismissively, and the fingers on the back of my head caressed the back of my neck. I received a whisper with wet lips, my heart beating faster at the prospect of being pulled closer.
I'm so used to hearing you complain that I don't feel like my day is over unless I listen to you. So, take responsibility.
You don't like me, but you want to listen?
Yeah.
He hates me, but he's kissing me and helping me. As always, I can't predict what Jiggy is going to do. I guess that's why I'm curious and want to know what's on his mind. Well, he must have been really disappointed that I took Esta. I was frustrated that I was the only one so attracted to him. He pulled you in for a kiss, Naala. You're being deliberately obtuse at this point. So I deliberately said it in a confident way. Haven't you really fallen in love with me?
I hate you. You broke my heart.
I swallow the voice that whispers, I hate you, with a kiss. Dang, man, she got pulled so quick, what the heck? What is this? You know what? Jiggy just brought out something in Naala I didn't think I'd see, like, just so quickly. Like, she just got, like, instantly attracted to that guy. feels super comfortable and super confident. I mean, I love it for her, but it's just like, whoa. The words that should have been a rejection melted on my tongue and spread through my entire body like sugar. Ah, I hate sugar. Delicious. I feel like my lips have become swollen after being kissed by Jiggy. Thanks to that, my body temperature is still rising and my cheeks and forehead are strangely hot. But thank goodness. The doctor said his injuries aren't life-threatening, so he won't be assigned to any crazy missions for a while now. When I exhaled heavily, my vision was distorted for a moment. Did Jiggy's actions melt my brain? Sure. No, I have to be strong. It's a little late, but there's meaning in going. I have to go. With renewed energy, I shook my head and made my way to the minister's mansion. She's still got a job to do. Okay, are we back? We are back! Hey, love that for us. Okay, we're meeting Orta's wife again. I was surprised upon being asked. I quickly lowered my head and told her my name and that I was Esta's wife.
Nice to meet you. I'm Orta's wife, Mina.
The wife greeted me with a smile. Okay. Maybe it was just different because we're Esta's wife this time. Yes. It is. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense that she would cut her hair again, because last time it was Esta's actions and her refusing to leave him that persuaded Orta. This time, her cutting the hair. So she does that for Null and for Jiggy. Interesting. Well, I'm pleased to have short-haired Naala again, because I think she looks cute with it. I mean, she's cute with the long hair too, but I just like the short hair as well. I wake up drowsily. After opening and closing my heavy eyelids a few times, I realized that I was in Esta's familiar room. However, this awful headache is making it hard for me to grasp what's going on. When I tried to get up, I got dizzy and couldn't move properly. Why? Whoa, you're here already recovered? Sheesh. That's some good doctoring.
You must have been tired.
I'm startled by the voice of someone who shouldn't be here. Even though I was in a daze, I knew immediately who was there. Why are you here? Ow! As soon as I tried to get up, I was hit by a severe headache and collapsed back onto the bed. An exasperated sigh reached my ears, and I gradually felt like crying. Yes, I am stunned, but I can't help it. I'd come so close, but I missed my chance. Now everything has been for nothing. Even with my eyes open, they seem to be shut in total darkness, so I lower my eyelids. In the depths of my disappointment, I felt Jiggy's fingers wipe away my tears.
It's too early to cry.
But at least let me cry tonight. As I continued to cry in a sullen mood, Jiggy continued lightly.
Apparently, Minister Orta brought an oath to Lord Noel just a little while ago.
Ah, Minister Orta.
Yeah, the man himself.
What? Ow.
Don't scream, you're not in a good condition.
Yeah, but is that really true?
I don't have the free time to lie and play around with you.
Why?
Maybe he just got tired of someone's stupidly honest stubbornness.
The voice I heard as I was about to fall seemed concerned for me. It didn't feel like the usual rejection. It was human emotion. Thank you, Minister Orta. I'm still not certain why he wrote the oath or what his true intentions are. But whatever his aims are, it seems my thoughts were accepted. I won the bet with Noel. Dang, she accepted it so quickly this time. I like it. I won. Joy welled up in my heart and tears of joy overflowed this time. Jiggy, sitting on the edge of the bed, chuckled and stroked my head.
Now I won't be able to listen to your complaints.
I was fascinated by the unusual situation of Jiggy stroking my head when a strange smell brought me back to my senses. This faint, iron-like smell that wafts through the air is... Speaking of which, Jiggy, is it okay for you to move?
Aw, yeah, I'm not soft like you.
The ease at which he answered almost deceived me. In that case, what is the smell? I looked at him in suspicion and saw that the bandages wrapped around Jiggy's arms were turning red. Hey, your wounds are open?
I told you not to scream. You'll get a fever.
That's not the point! Why are you here? When I calmly observe him, his face is pale and even his forehead is covered with sweat. All of these symptoms showed me that he had to push himself to be here, and he tried to make himself look as normal as possible for you.
Why? I came here to laugh at you, yeah?
What if you died coming here to laugh at me? Idiot!
Well, idiots are idiots, as you said.
It's really not funny.
Shut up. I'm the one who wanted to come, so it's okay.
Didn't anyone around you stop you?
They tried, but I escaped.
Why did you go that far?
Well, you're the idiot after all. You still don't get it.
Just as I thought he was shaking his head in disappointment, Jiggy hopped onto the bed without a moment's hesitation. He lies down like an impudent cat and hugs me lightly. I wonder what the situation is. Suddenly, we're laying down together after very turbulent development of events. I already feel dizzy from the fever, but now I'm getting more and more confused. Jiggy? Moving while injured must have been extra tiring for him. Jiggy responded with a sleepy voice and hugged me tighter. This is mine and Esta's bed.
I know.
That's so rude! Don't bleed on Esta's bed with his wife? That's so rude! Isn't this situation a bit strange?
I'll go back before Mr. Esta returns, so don't worry.
That is not the point! Thank you! That's not the problem here. My mouth, which was about to protest, was suddenly covered with something soft. I was so surprised that I forgot to even breathe and felt a lustful smile on my lips.
You've never kissed anyone but me. You're so bad at it.
Why are you always so abrupt? Blocked again, deprived of voice and breath. I slapped his chest with my powerful fist, and he restrained me softly with both hands. Our fingers interlock as fast as Jiggy's hot tongue entered.
You really don't know anything, so I'll show you. I'll teach you various things.
You don't have to, so let go.
It's fine, right? So I don't have to let go.
It's not fine! Probably intentionally. My hand is clenched in a movement linked with the movement of his tongue. Rude. Not on Esta's bed! That poor boy, please! Anywhere but here! Not here! Even though he was just kissing me, I thought it was a terribly provocative gesture, and my body temperature rose more and more with shame and confusion. Oh, stop this nonsense! Cut it out! I managed to escape his lips while he was changing the position of his face. I don't know what the silent Jiggy is thinking, and it makes me a little nervous. With a fearful sideways glance, the edge of Jiggy's mouth slowly lifted.
No way. I love playing pranks on you. Even if I'm covered in injuries and on the verge of death, I'd still come here.
That's a terrible idea.
I think it's a great idea. Hey, open your mouth.
No way! Absolutely not! I might give you my cold! That's not what we should be concerned about. And in my head, the other me is sounding a warning tone. Hello, I'm the other you. I'm sounding a warning tone. But his sweet voice that blocked out the sound dulled my ability to think.
Give it to me. That'll help you to heal faster.
No.
Yes.
No! That's not how any of this works. At this rate, my fever might not go down even if the cold goes away. I was seriously worried. Just before falling asleep while being kissed. Thank goodness for Naala's ability to fall asleep at crazy moments, because whew.